Hey YouTube, it's Stewart here from the Haydon Family YouTube channel. Today's video we're going to be looking at my tips for dads surviving pregnancy. Just before I get into today's video, I just wanted to say that I know certainly in the UK, due to the current situation with the pandemic, that fathers aren't able to go to appointments with the mothers/partners. I'm very sorry that you can't be there for those magical moments, but hopefully it will all be over very soon and life can return to normal. Now for the top 5. Coming in at number 1. Fathers, it's your baby too. What I mean by this? Well, I was both good and bad for this. I was good in the fact that I went to all the appointments with Em to go and see Mia. I was always there to help and assist where needed. But where I did let myself down was I left a lot of the research up to Em to do. Now, she fortunately is very good at this, but at the same time, I wish that I had helped more. And when I say research, I mean stuff like what equipment to buy, particularly prams, where they sleep, car seats and stuff like that. Em, like I said, did do it very well. There are videos on the channel of some of the items that we did purchase, but I wish that I had done more to help her. It was only after the fact that I realised how much was involved in it. Me being a silly, naive, new-to-be dad, I just thought you would buy a pram, you just buy a car seat, you maybe just buy a bottle, but there's a lot more to it than that. So help her with the research. Trust me, it is worthwhile doing. Coming in at number 2, be there for her. This might sound an obvious one, but it's certainly one that you should follow. Be there for her. Do little things like run her a bath, make the tea, carry something for her. Guys, you don't understand how hard emotionally and physically it gets for a lady being pregnant. Particularly as you get towards the 3rd trimester, when they're that bit bigger, that bit more tired, that bit more emotional. Just be there for her. Like I said, do little things. Run her a bath spontaneously. Say, you look like you've had a hard day. Why don't I go upstairs, run you a bath? It will mean the world to them. Cook tea. Don't expect your tea to be there for you when you get back from work. You do it for them. Don't expect them to do it for you. Little things like, for me, if Em was looking tired, I'd give her a lift to work that day and pick her back up if and when I could. It's just those little things that go a long way to showing that the partner, that you are in it together, and it just makes your life a lot easier, trust me. So yeah, I would really recommend being there for her. Just do the nice little things in life. It will make a big difference for both you, her and the baby. Number 3, read the signs. What do I mean here? Well, I'll just tell you by giving you an example. There was a couple of occasions when Em had gone very withdrawn. She was very quiet. She was just laying the settee in her own little world. I'd speak to her and she'd answer, but she wasn't really listening to the question as such. We'd be watching TV and she couldn't get into the programs. She basically wasn't herself. First thing, is she tired? Well, yes, she was tired a lot through the pregnancy, but something just felt a little bit different here. And for some reason, she wouldn't just tell me. So I probed and probed and probed and probed to try and find out what the problem was, if there was a problem. It turns out that there was, and that was that she hadn't felt Mia kick for a while. She was just lay there, just concentrating, trying to feel Mia. She hadn't felt her. She was getting very anxious and very upset. And once we started speaking about it, we then phoned triage and said we hadn't felt Mia for a bit, and they recommended that we went in, which we did. Fortunately, she was fine. Was just being asleep at the time. I don't blame her. It started getting late. It was like 1 in the morning when we got back. But yeah, I could just tell that something beforehand didn't sit right. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, But just in that given situation, I knew there was an issue, and it did take a few probing questions, as I said, to find out the problem. But I'm glad I did. Now, we men, we don't seem to be experts at stuff like this, but you do tend to know your own partner, and you do tend to know if something's not quite right. Don't just leave it. Ask the questions. It could be well worthwhile you're doing. So yeah, ask questions. Ask probing questions. Number 4, I'm sure you've been expecting it. Hormones. Well, I was a very lucky man. Em wasn't very hormonal at all. There was the odd occasion when she would get upset about something. I seem to remember one time there was some sausages that she really wanted, and I sent them back because they didn't have a very good date on their delivery. And little did I know how upset she was going to get. It was like the end of the world. But I was, like I said, I was quite lucky. She wasn't massively hormonal. But for those of you who do have a hormonal partner, stick with it. You can't imagine what it is that they must be going through. The fact that they're tired, the fact that they're got this worry about a baby 24 hours a day, the fact that particularly in the third trimester they can't sleep, they're off their food. It's a very difficult time, and then you've got all this hormonal chemicals in their body just going haywire. Stick with it. Be there for them. Don't snap back at them if they snap back at you. Just take it and deal with it, because it's nothing compared to the problems that they're going through or the situation that they're going through. So yeah, hormones. I know I've heard some horror stories. I was lucky, so perhaps I can sit here and say it's not too bad. But yeah, be understanding. Don't snap. Just listen. Let them vent, and do whatever you can to rectify the situation that's upsetting them. And coming in at number 5, enjoy the pregnancy. What do I mean by this? Well, there's the obvious excitement, anticipation, having this little bundle of joy come into your lives. When you can, going to the scans and seeing them and hearing the heartbeat and everything that goes with it is amazing. It really is amazing. But also, your life is going to change so much at the end of those 9 months that enjoy your time during that pregnancy. Enjoy having the freedom of being able to go out when you want to go out, of being able to do what you want to do. For moms, being able to go to the bath, go to the toilet, without having somebody at your beck and call. There is this little bundle of joy at the end of the 9-month journey, but wow, do they take up a lot of your time and energy, worth every single second of it. But you give up a lot of freedoms. So enjoy those last few weeks, and also enjoy sleeping, because you will certainly miss that. And that's it. That's today's video on surviving pregnancy. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learnt a couple of things, and no doubt everybody out there will probably do it better than I. Thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe as usual. We have lots of video on our channel to do with our life going through this road of being a new parent. I hope you have a nice weekend, and we shall see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.